You know, it sounds cliche, but at a very young age, I knew that I enjoyed standing up for people. Oftentimes it was my older brother who paved the way for me. Other times it was classmates, and my dad has plenty of stories about not me arguing necessarily, though I'm sure he's got those stories as well. But more me pleading a case on behalf of somebody else who I felt might have been unfairly treated. And that really ended up developing into my passion for what we do every day at Fair Shriling Pit. Outside of practicing law, and second to my family, I like anything outdoors. I love fishing. I love good food. Alabama has got some really good food, especially Birmingham. One personal story that made me who I am, I'd have to go back to about second grade. My classmates and I were invited to go and speak with the mayor of our city, and I was growing up in Charlotte, North Carolina at the time. And on the way there, my mom jokingly said that the mayor needed to be informed that the population was exceeding the infrastructure, so to speak. Basically, there were too many people and too few roads in Charlotte. And she didn't tell me to make any comment. She just sort of, off the cuff. And at the end of the mayor's talk to us, she asked, does anybody have any questions? And I just stood up and told her to build more roads. So I think that kind of shows who I was at a very early age, that I would always sort of stand up for what I believed in. When I sit down with a client for the very first time, I make sure that they understand that their case is unique, and that there is no one-size-fits-all approach to a personal injury case. And I think that's a very important thing that we need to remember as we move forward with that client. Why do I love Alabama? Well, there are a number of reasons. First of all, I didn't grow up here. I grew up in North Carolina, in Charlotte, which also had a coastline, but not as beautiful as Alabama's. And Alabama has the plains, they got the hills, and they've got really, really good food. I love my job. I love helping people. This very morning, as I prepared to do my bio here that I'm doing right now, I got a call from a client that I represented 4 years ago. And quite frankly, I hadn't heard from her since her case was concluded. And she had a very tragic case. She lost a child in a car wreck. And I was pleased to hear from her today. She's doing great. And she just wanted, quite frankly, to thank me. And I don't know what brought me up on her mind, but that is the feeling that keeps us getting out of bed every day to go, fight for people who have been wronged.